Doggy, the dragonfly's here and I'm happier than a possum eating a sweet tater. Welcome back to 3-Star Draw, an adult collector channel where we primarily talk G.I. Joe classified. Every now and then we'll take a look at some other stuff too. I am down south of 77 and today it finally showed up. The Dragonfly has landed, showed up this afternoon. Some people got theirs last week, so I don't know if I'm really late to the party. I'm probably arriving right when the party's starting because I'm seeing most everybody starting to get theirs today. I'm going to throw a video together on it, show you guys a little bit about it, put it together, and then we're going to take a look at the figures, which I will probably do in a separate video. Of course, it comes with Night Force Ripcord, Crazy Legs, Glinda, and of course, my main man, Wild Bill. I've been waiting on this guy. He's one of my favorite Joes, always has been. The Dragonfly is probably my favorite Joe vehicle. If not, it's got to be pretty close up there to the top. One of the first ones that I had as a kid, along with the Mobat. So I am really excited to get this thing in. This is also the first HASLAB that I have backed. So I cannot wait to open it up, get it put together, and find somewhere to put it. So without further ado, let's hang on. I was getting a transmission from General Hawk. He says it's time to go ahead and get this thing out, put it together, and take a look at it. Happier than a pig in slop. A little bit different than the way I usually do things, guys. Had to rearrange stuff because it's hard to fit all of this on the desk. I was going to show you though, I've got this big old gouge in the box here and another one here, but this one is pretty deep. Hope it doesn't go all the way through and affect the box, but we will see. I'm trying to stay out of the way of the camera, but the mic is also right there. This is why I wanted to get one of those linear mics that I did not have very good luck with. Things like this. So go ahead, and all of the sides of this box, like they all say the same thing on each side, but it has the weight here and barcodes. So that tells you which side is up. Here we go. A lot of tape. Alright, we do have our corner guards there. See what the best way to do this is. Those out. So I'm guessing probably the best way is going to be turn this thing up on its end. So I'm going to stop it real quick so I can do that, because there's no way I'm not going to hit this mic. So hang on just a minute. Alright, got that one out. Looks like the inner shipping box was unaffected by that ding, so know that there is another inner shipping box. That will protect it. Moment of truth. Right. Okay, got all that out of the way. There's our Dragonfly box. Love how the art on this wraps all the way around. There's your top, Dragonfly XH-1. Got your HASLAB. Got your G.I. Joe. That looks like 6-inch, so that's for 6-inch figures. And then I love that Yeehaw Champion. That's what they call me. And there is the blueprint schematic, kind of like what we used to have in the olden days. And that's on the bottom. It's kind of weird. So you got your little stickies here. This one's already kind of unstickied a little bit. Box does look good. I don't see any defects anywhere from that ding in the outer shipper. So you guys, if you get one that has a ding on that outer shipper, I wouldn't worry about it too much till you get it open and see what it's going to look like. I just love it. Yeehaw Champion. So you do have, as they showed us, you do have your 3 drawers here. Your little tabs. They like using these tabs these days. So there's your top one. And top one is going to be our figures. I couldn't remember. Got that fresh, minty, new plastic smell. We'll look at those here in a minute just a little bit better. Just wanted to see what's in each one of these. I did watch the Hasbro unboxing video, but you know, it's been a minute, and honestly I didn't pay a ton of attention because I wanted all this excitement for myself. So there is our second box, which has the base. Looks like the missile pods. All of that stuff. And then last box, which is the heavy one, does have the Dragonfly XH-1 on the top. That's going to be our main helicopter body. Go ahead and get that out of the way just a minute. And then in here, there's your sticker sheet. Got your missiles, all your stuff that snaps onto it in there. So that is how this thing is packaged. Egg crate kind of lifts out. See how all that is wrapped up. And then underneath, helicopter, main body, the tail section, all that stuff, and then you got stuff wrapped up underneath it. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get all this stuff out and laid out somewhere so we can take a look.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Did want to show the instruction sheet here. Not a whole lot to it, so let's hope these ambiguous Hasbro instructions here are pretty easy to find out. Do show us where to put the batteries. Looks like it goes together fairly easily, so I'm going to go ahead and just get everything out, laid out, probably move the camera somewhere over here perhaps and get a little better close-up of it. I'm just going to go ahead and get everything out, but I do want to show the instructions are 8 panels, and 2 of them are that. Oh, Hasbro. So you guys have seen my tour of this room, most likely. If you hadn't, go back and watch it. It's when I built some shelves. So I'm quickly running out of places to set stuff. The chair is back here, my little table. I got Dragonfly boxes and parts, everything, everywhere. So you got your tail section, you got your main section, and then here's chips and salsa. I don't know which is which. And I'll get all this stuff is bagged up this way. You separate tray with the little blast effects. You got your rockets, chin gun, tail fins. Probably not, you guys probably can't even see that the way I'm showing that. And then here's your rotors, and then your large blast effects hacked this way. So I just thought I would show before I actually take all the shrink wrap out. I'm not going to film when I do that because that stuff's loud and annoying. Also grab tape measure. So this is just the tail section. Tail section is 17 inches long, and then your fuselage part, nose to these jets back here, this is about 20, so just for reference. Thought it was funny, on your larger blast effects, they slide out of this bag, and then they're individually wrapped like you get a sandwich to go from a deli. They're in like, you know, like sandwich, like cling wrap. Thought that was funny. So in case you want to look at any of the parts, move the camera a little closer, because it's going to be a lot easier to show this stuff now versus once it's all put together and show the individual pieces. So there's the, got your chin gun, blades, which I still think these should have been yellow to match these tail fins, these steering fins. Here's chips and salsa. These don't look as good as I hoped. I mean, they get the job done. They look fine, but I don't know. I thought maybe there might have been a little more detail in those guys. I don't know. It's just me. Here's your wings. These 2 fins. Here is our winch. Does have nice ratcheting, I like that. I wish that had been more of a functional hook there, but I mean, it's fine. I just kind of, I don't know, I was expecting more out of that as well. Here's our ammo belt for the chin gun. I like that. That's really nice looking. Nice paint on that. These giant, what are these rounds? Somebody will tell me. 30 millimeter maybe. Here's our tail section. G.I. Joe DF XH-1. I keep thinking this should spin, but I think it's because I'm thinking of the winch. Now let's check out our fuselage, and it does have this stabilizer piece. I hadn't taken this off yet. They showed us that this was just to make sure any pressure that got put on the skids didn't snap them or break them. So get a look at it up close here. Got Wild Bill on there. Got a Dragonfly logo. Well, you can see what's on it. is where our side wings stuff snapped together, which must be under something because I don't see them. I'm gonna have to look. Seems like I'm missing these somewhere. They must be underneath something because it's not these. Oh well, I'll find them and get them out. So we got our top part where I'm also missing that assembly too. Boy, I was in a hurry to get this thing out. There's our thrusters back in the back. And we do have that should open. I'm not going to actually force that too much right now. And you got the ball gun. Little ports for blast effects on that. Rotates up and down. You got these side guns. Yeah, these are supposed to open, but I'm not quite ready to force them yet. And then you got our canopy. We'll get a better look at that in a little bit. But I wanted to show the only issue I've seen so far is this canopy piece, and it always looks like it's on this side in the pictures I've seen. Have a crack here on this peg. Mine appears to be okay. Of course, I haven't taken these off and tried to open it up yet. Just trying to show all the parts before I get it put together. So let's go see if there's more parts. There's got to be. Well, that was a relief. I thought that other box was a little heavy when I set it down. So you got two of these. These are our rocket pods. Should just, I think, yeah, these are just dog bone. And they fit on there. They fit on there pretty nice. Not like what we had with the Hiss. Don't feel like any of them are really going to fall out. But they look pretty good. That's an idea of what those guys look like. And here is our rotor assembly that pops in. Got these two that dog bone into something. I'm not even sure what these are yet, but there's two of them. And then we have our side fins that go here and started me on this quest to figure out what I was missing. And there's your pegs. So it looks like it goes together pretty nice and simple. I'm going to get the instructions here. We'll see if we can get this thing put together. Alright, so take this part here. Locks into place nice. I did go ahead and put batteries in this because I figured it'd be a lot easier to do now. Than later. So before we do that, let's go ahead and snap this on here. Get these little squeeze tabs here, push those in. Locks in there pretty good. I don't know about taking it apart. Maybe I should have waited to do that. But it's not going anywhere. And I do like, if you can see that, the panels hide that well. The armor panel looks way more defined on camera than it really is noticeable looking at it. So there's your length on this thing. So this thing, it is quite large. That just snaps down. I wish that fit a little better than, that's awful wobbly. It's not going anywhere. I mean, it ain't falling out. It's just kind of wobbly. So we got these guys. And let's see. I'll make sure I get them on the right side. But these rotate though, don't they? I think these rotate. Yeah, okay. See if they're gonna go, okay, and that whole assembly will spin. Didn't realize that, missed that in the video. If they were going to go, this is why I wish that these were yellow to match these. Either do these white or do these yellow. So then let's got our side fins. Are upside down. I grabbed the wrong one. Boy, am I glad that didn't snap into place somehow. But it has these pegs here. It lines up, so that wasn't happening. Alright, that's in good. Not quite as much snap there on that as I would have thought if I kicked the camera. So everything's put together there. We got all of that section on. Got everything on here. Now we got to do these. And I don't see a right and a left. These look the same. Have the same red back on there. So I'm guessing these are interchangeable. This looks like pretty much the exact same part. So I guess there's really no wrong way to put those on. Okay. Kind of worried there. Alright, and we do have those, so I like that. Like the dragonfly wings there. So, what are we thinking so far? Man, I gotta quit kicking that camera. Sorry about that. The little tripod thing for it is right where my foot's at. So next, we can gear this thing up. So I'm looking to turn it the way that it shows in the instructions here. And I was worried about where these little things right here go. I was trying to figure out where these go. These are for your large missiles out on the end. They fit on that way. Not really sure. I mean, which one goes on which side. This bigger end's what snaps in. But this little trench here, like, I don't know which side is supposed to be on top. I'm thinking probably, I don't know. It doesn't really say and doesn't really show it in the picture. As long as you get the larger end snapped in on the dog bone. Maybe they are meant to go in a certain way. On a certain side. They're not marked. So those go on. I don't really like the way those look, but they're made to hold these. Oh, looks much better, but I guess it's just to stabilize that missile on the end. That missile. So let's see, what else do we have to put on? So we got, looking at it from this way, chips goes on the right side. So this is going to be chips. Get snapped there. This is going to be salsa. I'm trying to do backwards. Alright, got those guys on there. Let's see what other cool stuff goes where. So we got your belt fed gun that's going to plug in over on this side. You got your winch that's supposed to go in, looks like over here beside Chip's. And you're supposed to be able to interchange that stuff around, I believe is what they said. I'm not going to really fool with that right now at the moment. And then you can interchange, I think, chips and salsa with these rocket pods, I believe. And your belt gun. So that looks like this is going to port in. It's going to go together just like that. This is going to port into the side of your Dragonfly, and this one is what's going to go into the bottom side of the wing. And that actually kind of folds up a little bit and stays there. Does this? Okay, so that one doesn't move, but this actually fits in there well enough that it's got some flex. Doesn't actually peg in there or snap in there. So it looks like it's going to be easiest to put that in. First, and then snap your cannon on. So voila, that's it put together. So swap these out. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but why not? Get an idea how it looks. So if you want to see what it looks like with the pods on versus chips and salsa. Personally, I like chips and salsa better. And I am going to put those stickers on. I'm not really sure. I don't think I'm going to use the stickers. I didn't use any for the HISS tank. So there we go, armed up. Fully armed. This thing is armed. This thing is armed to the teeth, y'all. I love the look of it. Very nice looking piece here. If you guys want to see what this looks like. So those do come out a lot easier than I thought they were going to. Got that snaps into the blast effect. So there you go, firing. And these blast effects are not, they are not flimsy. They're nothing like the ones we got with anything yet. These blast effects are, they are pretty sturdy. And I hadn't unwrapped any of these yet for the little rockets. These are still in the saran wrap. So I don't know how flimsy those are. You got more bendability with these, more flexible here. I think these are for the cannons. It actually has a spot on the instructions for which blast effects go where. Somewhere I saw. So you got that one. So you can, that's right, you can actually do that one like it's firing, taking off the fire. And that's probably was the point of these pieces on the side of the wings, was to help hold all of that up. I forgot you can actually do it that way too. So you got one taken off. course, you just rotate it inward so you don't see that dog bone on the inside if you want to do it the other way. And I don't know, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. The peg on these, like, that's my index finger, so you can see that the peg on it is a pretty good size. So I haven't opened the cockpit up yet. I'm going to do that. Probably not going to be able to get a real good look at the inside right here. Really should have done that. I'm thinking before I put it all together, it would have been a lot easier to turn around, but you know, hindsight and all. So I don't have any issues with the peg on my canopy, but it does not feel like it's got a lot of wobble there. This shakes quite a bit as I block the camera for you guys. So it does open. You got your sides here. That one fits a little tight right here in this corner, so you might want to do what I did and kind of pull it a little bit as you open it. And it popped out. Nope, that is broken. It went up way too far, I guess. That don't seem like that was far enough for it to break. Well, that's disappointing. So that side's okay. Still attached, but man, that sucks. That actually kind of cracked right there. That's pretty flimsy as I'm sitting here talking about the canopy. So you got the left side that opens here, you got the right side that opens here. I'll have to see what I can do about that, but so there's the inside of your cockpit. I don't know if it's gonna be able to show it very well. Detail here. Hopefully that'll show up better on camera. Yeah, I'm not happy about that hinge on the cockpit at all, man. On the gunner door there, that's kind of disappointing. It seems like that peg should have been a lot thicker. Does really don't have the issue that the HIS had where nothing's flush, like it all snaps down flush there. So there we go. That's kind of what it looks like. I'm gonna grab the stand and put it on the stand, see what the stand looks like. And I do still have to remove this piece here. Your stand's gonna plug in these holes on the bottom. I gotta get it out and put it together. And I did put batteries in it already. So real quick, I'm not gonna show much, but so there's your cockpit lights. These are really bright, look really good. Then the next cycle, got those lights, and your searchlight on the bottom. You can cut those off. Cockpit lights are still on. And then you can cut them all off. There are 5 cycles on the lights. So do get some pretty good options for the lights. I think the searchlight up on the stand is going to look really good. So hang on, let's get the stand together and see what that looks like. So the stand is just 2 pieces. I was thinking that this whole thing was a circle that fit together, but it does have this hollow here. It's just the one piece here, and then of course you can put your sticker there on the base. I do think this stand will look really good with one of the stickers on the base. I might use that one too. So there's your instructions on how the stand goes together. I really wasn't paying all that much attention to it. So you can have it, this is slotted, it's angled, so you can have it going this way or this way. So you can have it in attack, or you can have it in as it's taken off. And I need to cut the twist ties off of that. Twisty ties gone. So put that like so, and you guys can't even see it. So adjust this camera. So it does take up a considerable amount of space. But it is badass. Are there a couple things I don't like about it? Yeah, there are. I sure don't like them cheap pegs on that canopy. Other than that, it's nitpick stuff. I mean, you guys know me. So what I don't like, that it stays up there pretty nice. So this thing's gonna take up. I can't even spin the rotor right there without it hitting my mic. So you can spin the rotor around. Good luck having some room to put this thing where you can actually do that. So what I don't like about it, obviously, the pegs on this canopy. I wish this was a little sturdier here on the rotor assembly. I wish that was a little sturdier. And again, of course, I wish that these rotor stripes were yellow instead of white. Maybe that's actually following some sort of, protocol. I don't know. I've never commanded or ridden in a military helicopter, so maybe that's white and yellow for a reason. I do not know. So I don't like really that. And aside from that, man, I mean, it seems really solid. Nothing about it feels like it's going to break or fall apart. I didn't show those. And if you want to pull it off the stand, it fits on that stand pretty well. I don't think it's falling off that stand anytime soon. These pegs that it fits down on are large, and they're almost like mushroom pegs. They got two ridges there. So we didn't show that. We didn't open that up. Get a side of those two guns on the side. So you can see those. Got some good detail on that too. And seems like the engine compartment also opened, I believe. It's in the instructions. Maybe I should look at those. Yeah, so that also opens. Just like the old days where we could see those rotary engines, and I like the fact back here in the back that they're blued back by the exhaust. That looks cool. Oh, I really like that detail. And I should have the same thing on this side. There we go. Yep, same thing on that side over there. So hopefully the audio for this hasn't been too bad. I tried a lavalier mic so I could wear it and not have any sound discrepancies, but Either they suck or the one that I bought sucks. So I was worried about maybe the skids not feeling sturdy. We had that with the original Dragonfly. Up here really seems like the front and the very back really seems like the only weak point to it. I don't really I don't really see anything else being an issue. I mean, and it's not like we're going to be really roughhousing with this like we did when we were kids. I wish these lights worked here and here on the side wings, and then one up here as well. And I wish that they'd have put a USB port in it like they're doing with the Ecto-1 HASLAB, so you could set this thing up on the stand and have it always on, or just like you know, with the HIS, click the button here, be able to see that. I wish that it did do that. Those are my gripes with it. They're minor. I do feel like these are really too weak, but maybe I gorilla handed it. I don't know. You guys will probably think I did, but I am going to see if I can get a replacement side piece for it. We'll see. If they don't, it's not all that noticeable. It's just going to live rent free in my head. There's your Dragonfly, guys. Review's a little weird because of my angles and stuff, I guess, but you want to see how it goes together, what it looks like out of the package. There she is. What are we going to give this thing in yeehaws? For the helicopter, I haven't opened any of the figures yet. Is it as good as the HIS? It's debatable, man. I like it more than the HIS. I mean, as far as what I like what what I prefer, what my Joe stuff is. It's hard to say, man. I would probably come in with giving the Dragonfly probably a 4.5 yeehaws. There's things they could actually, no, I take that back. 4.25 yeehaws for the Dragonfly. It's still awesome. I recommend acquiring it, but there's too much that they could have done better, and some points that they could have reinforced. I think some details could have been a little better. I wish the winch had been mounted on the bottom. I'd feel more comfortable about picking stuff up with it, although it does snap in there, pretty well. I'd feel a lot more comfortable trying to pick a vamp up or something if it was under here, but I know that's probably where they ran the electronics. But they could have stuck a USB port somewhere for this. I'm glad they're doing it with the Ecto. We'll try and get it. Anyway, I appreciate this long review, but I mean, it's a freaking HASLAB, y'all. So we're going to check the figures out later. I'll get to them later on this week. I appreciate you checking it out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Did you get it? Are you going to get it? I do recommend picking it up. It is pretty sweet. I'll see y'all next time on 1, 2, 3-star draw. So I did realize that I neglected to show you guys what's in the bag. I set that off to the side. Just going to show you the different sticker sheets. I love some of these stickers. I'm not really one to do stickers on stuff, but there are some on here that I might actually put on mine. I absolutely love the cards, play cards. These the 8s and aces, like that's big for me. I actually have a tattoo of that. So there's your chips and your salsa. There's your teeth. I'm not going to attempt to put those on at all. These were the kind of weird ones that they threw in, that they surprised us with. These are the zombie ones. I love the zombie teeth for each side and the zippers. Is this something that anybody would have ever imagined coming with the Dragonfly? No, of course not. But they are cool. So you know, you could use them for something else. Personally, I like having complete sticker sets with stuff, but I've got to take chips and salsa off of there, so I might as well stick a couple others on. I was never good at putting stickers on stuff, so I think the Hiss does not need any. This one I can see putting a few on there, you know, if you're careful. So, and then of course we got our stickers for the base. There's your Dragonfly, and then there's your Zombie Wild Bill. He's kind of got the rat fink look riding the missile. I love it. I don't think I'm going to use it on the base, but if I'm going to go ahead and use these sticker sheets, you better believe I will be sticking that somewhere because I love it. And then you got your little ones, and then your Dragonfly there. So I finished showing the helicopter and realized that we didn't look at the stickers, but these are some really nice stickers. They feel really thick, you know, as far as like the whatever texture or the whatever it's called, the thickness, the mill. That's what I'm trying to think of. I'm not a plastic expert, and I'm not a sticker expert either. Actually, I probably am a sticker expert. I love stickers, but they feel really nice. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what I do with it. Anyway, there's the addendum, the post review, you might say. So let's get on out of here.
How about that smoke coming out of our tail?
Ah, we're just singed a little bit.
Happier than a raccoon on trash day. Happier than Boss Hog putting them Duke boys in jail. Happier than a pucker. Happier than a pep. Happier than old Blue laying on the porch chewing on an old catfish head. Happier than a dead pig in the sunshine. Happier than a puppy with 2 Packers in a pickle patch. Happier than a puppy with 2 Packers in a pickle patch.